Hey Justin, how are you?
Good. How are you?
All right, I just want to touch base and talk a little bit about KOS. So, to lead off for people that don't know you, who are you, where are you from, and what have you got for a truck?
Okay, so I'm Justin Earwood. I'm from Arab, Alabama. If you've heard of Huntsville, it's pretty close to there. 2008 Dodge Ram. It's got a 6.4 liter in it. It's just started as a 6.7 block. Steve Burton built the engine at New Performance Auto, sleeved it down to a 6.4. It's got a Midget Diesel Performance transmission in it with a single 88 and a good bit of nitrous on board.
So, is this is your second year, right?
Yes,
Coming?
ma'am.
And what did you think about your first year? What did you learn? What are you going to utilize in this year's competition?
So last year I learned probably the most that dirt drags and sled pulls is where I need to focus more on. That's not been my strong point before last year. This truck had actually never been in the dirt. I've only ever drag raced it, so that was a learning curve. So that's kind of where I'm putting most of my focus this year.
Have you been hitting other events like to try that out?
No, see down here it's not really that common. So we tried to make a couple, but we just couldn't make it work out. So
What does the
we're
industry look like where you are? So if there's not that many things, so like up here on the East Coast where we're from, there's truck pulls every weekend, sometimes two or three a weekend within like a 3 hour driving radius. What does the industry look like where you're at? Like how far do you have to travel to get to an event? How many a year can you make it to if you were to hit them all? Like what's that look like?
So if I want to go drag racing, I can pretty much go drag racing any weekend I want to within an hour, I would say. There's not necessarily a diesel event, but it might be like a full size truck race or the ODSS series is around us a lot. But if I want to go pulling or dirt dragging, I usually have to go at least 3 4 hours away.
Right, I gotcha. Yeah, they seem like they're dwindling a little bit, from what my talks have been with the other guys that I've been talking to in the past few days. Seems like a lot of people have not really gotten any data as far as dirt drags and sled pulls go this year. What do you plan to do as far as power wise? Are you just gonna put it to the hilt, everyone? Are you kind of trying to reserve to make sure you survive? What is your horsepower goal here?
My game plan is to try to survive early on. I actually started with bracket racing in motorsports,
Hmm?
so that's kind of where I came from. And then I actually bought this truck to tow with years and years ago. So realized I liked starting playing with it more and got out of bracket racing. But so to start out, I'm just going to do the index racing, try to save the truck, not run heads up or anything. And we're going to hit it hard, pretty hard in dirt drags, at least in qualifying for sure. And definitely the second heat of sled pull, probably the first sled pull, we'll probably try to fill it out a little bit. But the second pull, we're pretty much going to let it hang out.
What do you think about where you're going to stack up in the field of trucks, right? So if all 70 trucks show up, what's going to be your overall game plan? Are you going to be happy to be in the top half? Are you really shooting for the top 10? Where are you trying to land here
We're
realistically?
we're gunning for the top 10. If I could be top 25, I would be super happy with that.
Right?
I know there's a lot of heavy hitters coming this year, so
A lot of heavy hitters, right? I was looking at the list and I'm like, goodness, there's some decent trucks in here.
I've been watching videos of Steven and Evan going and making 22, 2300 plus, and I'm like, oh man. But we're we're hoping for top 25, top 10's our goal. Uh, but we think we have close to 2,000 horsepower on board.
Mhm.
We're probably going to swing for it because we know we can't out horsepower them anyway. But we're probably going to shoot for somewhere between the 17, 1800 horsepower range.
And you said you are running nitrous, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that something you're used to? Is that something that you just started with this event? You said bracket racing, but is that something that you normally use with the truck, or is that something you only pull out for big stuff like this?
With this truck kind of being just a big single turbo like this, we're pretty used to having nitrous on it.
Right,
And
right.
before this bracket racing, we used it a pretty good bit there too. So
So, what made you first come compete at KOS? Like, what grabbed you in and was like, I want to go do that?
It was really I guess kind of the triathlon aspect of it. The do everything proves that the truck can do anything, not just one thing.
Hmm.
And I'd watched videos for years back in like 18, 19. That's really when I started building this truck, and that's kind of it's not the reason I built the truck this way, but it's this event was the biggest thing in mind when I built it.
Had a lot of
Uh,
influence on what you did. Right. I
that,
gotcha.
right, watching old videos of when Greg was back there in 19 in the yellow truck, and all of Josh McCormick's videos over the years. That kind
Right.
of had influence on wanting to come.
And what makes you come back every year? So, like last year, obviously you had a blast, you learned a lot, and you're coming back this year basically thinking, I can do this. Let me take another whack at it.
Right. Yeah. Last year was we had really just kind of finished the truck. Um, just literally a week before we got there, and so we was really just hoping to survive and just learn. But this year we think we know the structure a little bit better, and really like we made a lot of friends there last year. It's a good family environment.
Hmm.
We're bring my wife and little boy this year, so I'm excited about that.
So excited. It's such a family, such a nice family event, right?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
it's so much
just
fun.
to be able to hang out with everybody all weekend too. Like that's not only do you get to do a little bit of everything in one weekend, but you kind of get to hang out with everybody too. So
Was talking to Tyler Safel about that, and he said, "Yeah, it's like vacation."
yeah, it
He's like,
really
you get to
like
be around a bunch of motorheads. Yeah, be
yeah.
around a bunch of motorheads and go on vacation with your wife and kids and have a great time. And yeah, it's So, what would you say is what you're looking forward to the most in the competition this year versus what you're looking forward to the least?
I would say looking forward to the most, and I said this last year too, is the sled pull. I had never done it leading up last year, and I
Hmm.
told pretty much everybody I've talked to that's the most fun I've had with this truck. I don't know if it was just because it's the first time I did it or what, but that was an absolute blast last year. So sled pull for sure is what I'm looking forward to the most. Seeing how I can stack up there. I think that's my best shot to stack up with everybody.
Hmm.
Uh, Dyno is probably my least that I'm looking forward to, just because lack of experience. Really,
Right.
we don't really do a whole lot of dyno competitions with it. I'm
Well,
fairly
and
confident.
you have to run your truck too.
Right, right,
So,
yeah. Us
mm,
and most like if we go to a dyno competition around here, it's somebody else usually drives it for you.
right.
So
And here you have to do it on your own. Now, McCormick does offer to ride in the trucks with you guys. Is that something you utilized last year, or did you kind of just what happened with that?
I actually asked him to ride with me last year, but we had went on a street drive and before and went ahead and got our street drive knocked out because we dynoed late, and we didn't realize it, but we had had a map sensor issue during the day,
Mhm.
and never realized it. We got on the dyno and just could not get it to come up at all,
Mm,
and we couldn't figure out why. And we made I think we made like 740 horsepower at 2 pounds of boost. Like it wouldn't do anything.
right.
So we ended up pulling it off, and we figured out what was going on before the next day. But so we didn't really get to utilize any help last year because we just had an issue when we got on the dyno. But we're hoping to improve there this year for sure.
How much wrenching did you have to do on it last year? Did you have a lot of stuff that you had to like change in and out? I know some guys, they do the whole swapping fluids and that type of thing, and some guys just run it the whole weekend and, it's just kind of there. So, how much wrenching did you have to do?
To be honest with you, our wrenching time was very minimal. There was nothing that we really had to do other than just swapping setups.
Hmm.
We got pretty lucky last year as far as not having to work on it. We did pull the pan down and check the second gear band adjustment, but we didn't adjust it. It was right where we wanted it to be, so we just put it back up and rocked on.
Do you remember where you stacked up in the field last year?
Uh, I don't remember exactly where. It was pretty low. I want to say it was high 20s maybe.
Right.
High 20s. the dyno really set us back, and then we didn't qualify well in dirt drag. So
Right. And
that
it's
that
crazy, isn't that crazy how like one aspect of the challenge you just tank on and then it's like, oh man, it just drops you
yeah,
so much.
yep. And we did it right out of the gate too with the dyno last year, day one. So
Mm. Jeez. What a way to set the tone for the
yeah,
weekend, right?
we we was at that point though, like once we got it straightened out, and the next day we did well drag racing, and we was just glad to be there, and the truck wasn't hurt or anything. Because at first we was like, oh man, we got a problem, but
Right. And then
we had
and last year we
finished.
only had like 35 trucks or so. So to be kind of like in the bottom field of the pack, that probably drove you even harder to be like, you know what, we can definitely do better than this. We need to come
Oh
back.
yeah, yeah. After last year, I was like, this we've been there, we've experienced every event, we know what we have to do to be successful and stack up this year. So I think we've got a lot better shot coming in this year.
Who's coming with you this year? You bringing a crew? You bringing you said wife and baby, but are you bringing like a crew with you? Anybody to help you wrench turn? Are you meeting up with guys there? What's that look like?
Okay, so I got four guys coming with me, and they pretty much go everywhere I go. Austin Smith, he's my best friend. He works at Midgets Diesel Performance. He's the one that actually built the transmission in it.
Hmm.
There, Logan Childers is coming with me. Austin Wooten is coming with me, and like I said, they go anywhere I go. So Austin Wooten's actually coming up a little early. His sister lives in Jersey, so he's going to go visit her for a little bit and meet us there.
Oh, make a trip out of it, huh? That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
right.
Yeah, so basically sounds like you're pretty ready to load it on the trailer and bring it up here, huh?
We're very close, very close.
Mm. Well, I hope you guys have a safe trip and great great time this year. Best of luck competing. Please be safe, and I will see you in a couple weeks.
We'll do. That sounds great.
All right, thanks. Have a great
All
day.
right. Thank you.
Bye.